Hi. So in this video, we're going to be multiplying radical expression. Okay? So first of all, for now, when we have radical expressions, we're going to multiply if the index is the same. Later on, we're going to learn how to multiply when the index is different. So for now, we're just multiplying if the index is the same, right? So in this case, we have two square roots. My first step is that I'm going to check if I can simplify any of the square roots. So in this case, 8a, I can simplify as 4 times 2 times a. Here times 10a. 10a I cannot simplify anymore. So 4 is the same as 2 square root of 2a times the square root of 10a. Right? So now I can multiply. Remember that it's a coefficient here. I have 1. So I'm multiplying what is outside times whatever is outside. So 2 times 1 is 2. And whatever is inside times whatever is inside. So 20a squared. Now, on this case, I gotta simplify again right here. So this is 2 times 4 times 5a squared. So it's 2 from this one. This first 2 is that one. Now, the square root of 4 is 2. The square root of a squared is the absolute value of a. And then I have remaining inside the 5. So this equals 4, absolute value of a, times the square root of 5. The next one. So again, my first step, the numbers I cannot simplify, so I'm going to start by multiplying. Even though that I can simplify the variables, it's going to be easier to multiply the variables, the numbers. Maybe it's easier to simplify it first, but the variables is easy to simplify it after we multiply. So 15 times 3 is 45. B, remember that when we are multiplying same bases, we add the exponent, so 2 plus 3 is 5. Right? Now, 45, I can rewrite as 5 times 9 times 5, b to the 5th. So this is 3. Remember again that we're dividing 5 divided by 2. So the exponents, we're going to divide it by the index. So this is 2 minus 4, I have 1. So that means that's b squared outside. And inside I have this 5. And I have 1b because I have a remainder right here. The next one, again, I have the same index. So I'm going to multiply. So 4 times 12 is 48. R to the 7. Right, so 48 is the same as 4 times 12. This is 2 times 2. 2 times 6. 2 times 3. So I have 2. Right, so I have one group of 3 or one triple of 2s. Right, so that means that I'm bringing out a 2. Right, the 7, again, I'm going to divide the 7, in this case, by 3. So I have 2 minus 6 and 1. So outside I have r squared. And inside I have the cubic root of, remember that I have this 2 and that 3 of 6r. Okay, so this next one, right, I'm going to start by multiplying. So this is 2 times the cubic root of negative 375 and cube, right? Now, this index is odd, so I can have a negative number inside of the cubic root, right? If the number was even, remember that we can now take an I, but because the index is odd, I don't need to take the I. So in this case, it's 2 cubic root of, let's simplify 375. So let's start by erasing this from here. So 375, we multiply 5 times 75. This is 3 times 25, and 5 and 5. So that means that I have 5 times 5 times 5 times 3. So I have a group of 3, 5, right? But remember that this was negative, right? So that means that I'm going to actually take a negative 5 outside. So this is times negative 5, right? Now n, 3 divided by 3 is 1, so n, 1. And the cubic root of 3. So this is negative 10 and cubic root of 3. So the next one, I'm going to distribute that right there. So I have the square root of 12 plus the square root of 18. Now 12 is 4 times 3. 18 is 9 times 2. So 2 square root of 3 plus 3 square root of 2. And that's it. Later on, we're going to learn that we can add if the radicals are exactly the same. But right now, we're going to leave it right there. The next one, again, I'm going to distribute. So this is 3 square root of 10x plus the square root of 20x. So it's 3 square root of 20x plus this is 4 times 5x. So 3 square root of 10x plus 2 square root of 5x. Now this one, I'm going to FOIL. So this times that, so the square root of 4 plus the square root of 6 plus the square root of 6p plus the square root of 9p. So this is 2 plus square root of 6 plus the square root of 6p plus 3 the square root of p. And that's it because I don't have anything in common. Next one, again, I'm going to distribute. So the square root of 25n squared, right? Minus 4 square root of 15n squared. This 2 right here. So plus the square root of 15n squared minus 4 square root of 9n squared. Right, so this first one I can simplify to 5n minus 4 absolute value of n, because right, I can find the square root of n squared right here, plus the same over here, absolute value of n. Wait, I'm missing something here, so this is square root of 15 plus absolute value of n is square root of 15 minus 4 times 3 absolute value of n. So I have 5, and let's start by doing it another way, right? So this one is 12, right? So we know that this one is 12. So I have 5 minus 12, because those are same terms, so negative 7 absolute value of n. Now this one I have this absolute value of n square root of 15, the same as here, so they are like terms. So negative 3 absolute value of n square root of 15. And that's it for this lesson. May the force be with you.